What is up, CFS? We are here to announce the best news ever.
What's that?
We are reopening campuses October 9th. And it's gonna be new service times, so not 7, it's gonna be at 7:30.
Is that PM?
Oh yeah, PM, not AM. No one will be here in the AM. But 7:30 PM at your campus.
Now I know what you're thinking. You're like, okay, we're opening up, and you have like all these questions going on in your mind. Well, we want to help answer them because you have questions like, is it actually safe to open up? Or is there enough Lysol sprayed so we can spray the entire room for every campus? Or did Peter actually walk on water? How many animals does it take to actually be called a zoo? Because Noah had an entire ark of it, and we're not calling it a floating zoo. And these are questions we want answers for, and we want to help answer them today.
And just so you guys know, the answer is 758.
For the animals?
For the animals to be considered
real?
a zoo. Next clip.
Well, students, the first thing that's gonna take place as soon as you walk on campus, we're gonna check your temperature just like that. We wanna make sure that everyone is healthy enough to be around others.
That's right, and after we check your temperature, family, we wanna make sure that you have downloaded the CF Miami app, and you're going to sign in and click where it says Student Check-in. You'll find that on the left side of the screen. Now, after you sign in, you're gonna see that a QR code will pop up on your phone, and that's what you take to the computers, and boom, we sign you in, and we're good to go.
Let's go. And hey, maybe it's going to be your first time friend. We're so glad that you are joining us for our student service, and we wanted to make this experience super easy for you as well. So what you're gonna do, first time friend, you're gonna check in by scanning this QR code right here, this one right here. So as soon as you walk in the door, scan that QR code, you'll get a form right there to your phone, you'll fill it out, and boom, on to the next steps.
Students, we want you to know that at every campus, we're going to have signs that show all the warning symptoms that would stop you from joining us. Now, once we go through this list and we know that you feel good, man, we're gonna head inside and worship.
Wait, what about mask?
That's a great question, Mark.
That's needed.
Church, if you pull up, you need to know that if you do not have a mask, we will undoubtedly supply one because we have to wear masks all throughout the night in order to gather and follow CDC guidelines.
We got you covered.
So, as we're heading into the worship center, you can see that we are taking social distancing super serious, man.
So I know what you're thinking. We're in Miami. We hug, we kiss, besitos, mwah, mwah.
Absolutely none of that in 2020. Let me show you the appropriate grading when you get here on campus. First one is we all know and love the air high five. How about a little enthusiastic thumbs up? Or the good old classic wave. Hello, peace sign. And my favorite of all, the good old classic social distancing shimmy. Rockefeller record.
No matter what you do, stay 6 feet apart.
Beautiful. So as we're making our way into the worship center, you'll see that there's instructions laid out for us to safely make our way into the worship venue. Let's make our way.
Wait, but before we go, can I go to the bathroom?
Actually, it just reminded me. And as you can tell, there will be spacing between our sinks and our stalls according to CDC guidelines, not to mentioning that we will be cleaning our bathrooms before and throughout our guest experiences. Well, I guess it's time to check out the worship center.
Before we enter the worship center, you're gonna notice that there's gonna be only one entrance and one exit.
That's why we're gonna leave the doors open for you and continuously keep the handles clean.
That's right. And we're also limiting our auditoriums to being a maximum of 25% capacity.
So I can sit next to my girlfriend?
That's a good question. We're gonna be allowing students to sit in a group of 6, and after that, they will be spaced out according to CDC guidelines.
What about a giving moment?
That's an even better question. We want students to have a completely 100% digital experience from their very own personal device.
So after the message, we're gonna break out into small groups, as you guessed it, into grade-based and gender-based small groups. And all those small groups are gonna be safe, spacious, and sanitized with no more than 12 people in them.
In your groups, you're gonna find hand sanitizer and sanitizing wipes right there for whatever reason you need to use it for. But more importantly, you're gonna use it for cleanup after small group is done before you head out to dismissal.
And as far as these babies, paper notes, we don't do those anymore because they're nasty. All notes are gonna be taken digitally for leaders and students.
And when small group is finished, you guys are gonna go to your drop-off areas and get picked up by 9:30 p.m., not a.m. This is not overnight camp. So make sure you get picked up by 9:30 p.m. at your drop-off areas. Also, CF students, we know that there's been a lot of changes, but one thing that remains the same is the gospel. And we want to bring that to you in a safe and sanitized place every Friday night.
Well, hey, students and parents, if you have questions or concerns about absolutely anything, feel free to reach out to your student director at your campus. We want to make sure that we're able to answer those questions for you guys.